In this video, I'm taking you on an incredible journey through some of France's most breathtaking destinations. From towering cliffs to charming medieval towns, we'll be exploring the best this beautiful country has to offer. So let's dive right in. Etretat. We're kicking off the adventure in Etretat, located about a 3-hour drive from Paris. This was the first place I visited when I arrived in France, and I was drawn here to witness the impressive sea cliffs. As we arrived in Etretat, we strolled through the picturesque coastal town and made our way to the beach. The beach had a unique pebblestone surface, and the view of the cliffs was absolutely stunning. They were way bigger than I had imagined. After taking in the sights from below, we decided to hike up the cliffs. The walk along the beautiful boardwalk to the top was well worth it. My favorite features of the cliffs are the sea arches. There are 3 of them, and the pointed sea stack called l'Aiguille. As a bit of sea fog started to roll in, the area took on an entirely different, almost mystical atmosphere. If you can, I highly recommend staying until sunset. The way the sun lights up the cliffs with an orange glow is simply magical. Corsica. Next, we're heading over to the island of Corsica, located just above Sardinia. This massive island is a treasure trove of diverse landscapes, from jagged mountains to some of France's most stunning coastlines. One of my favorite spots on the island is Bonifacio, a medieval town perched on limestone cliffs. It's often called the Sentinel of the Mediterranean, and it's easy to see why. Nearby, there are even more incredible white cliffs with crystal-clear waters. Another must-visit in Corsica is the Calanque di Piana. These sharp red cliffs plunge dramatically into the sea, creating a striking contrast with the blue water. There's a winding road that takes you right through them, offering some unforgettable views. And don't miss the beaches in the area, like Plage de Boussalia. They're simply stunning. French Alps, Mont Blanc, and Chamonix. Now let's journey to the French Alps, easily one of my favorite regions in all of France. This area is home to the colossal Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the Alps, standing at 4,807 meters. While Mont Blanc doesn't have the most prominent peak compared to other mountains, its sheer size is awe-inspiring. At the base of Mont Blanc lies Chamonix, a charming town known for some of Europe's best skiing and hiking. The town itself has a cozy alpine vibe that reminded me of a French Vermont. One thing you absolutely have to do while you're there is take the Aiguille du Midi gondola. The cable car ride is about 20 minutes long and holds the world record for the highest vertical ascent by a cable car, gaining over 2,807 meters in altitude. When you reach the top, you'll be at an elevation of 3,843 meters, where you can really feel the thin air. Exploring the labyrinth of tunnels carved into the granite and taking in the views of Mont Blanc and the surrounding mountains was one of the highlights of our trip. Annecy. After our adventures in the Alps, we're heading to the enchanting town of Annecy, located at the foot of the Alps, just an hour's drive from Chamonix. Often called the Venice of the Alps, Annecy is famous for its canals and stunning alpine scenery. The real gem of the area, though, is Lake Annecy. Known as one of the cleanest lakes in Europe, it's the perfect spot to relax on a hot summer day. One of the crowning jewels of the region is Château de Menthon-Saint-Bernard. This impressive castle has been standing for about 1,000 years and is one of the most well-preserved castles in the Alps. Exploring its massive courtyard and lavish interior felt like stepping back in time. Alsace region. Next, we're traveling to the Alsace region, located in eastern France, bordering Germany and Switzerland. This region is famous for its fairy tale-like cities, wine country, and rich history. Over the centuries, Alsace has alternated between French and German control, creating a unique blend of both cultures. Strasbourg, the capital of Alsace, is home to the formal seat of the European Parliament. Another enchanting city in the region is Colmar, with its charming medieval architecture. If you're looking to escape the city, the Alsace wine route is a must. This 170-kilometer route passes through some of France's most picturesque towns and wine country. One of my favorite stops is the quaint village of Ricouvire, which is believed to have inspired the village in Beauty and the Beast. Paris. No trip to France would be complete without visiting the iconic capital, Paris. Since the 17th century, Paris has been a major center of finance, diplomacy, fashion, and the arts. It's one of the world's most visited cities, and it's easy to see why. The city's most recognizable landmark is, of course, the Eiffel Tower. Built for the 1889 World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower stands 324 meters tall and was the tallest man-made structure in the world until 1930. Another must-see is the Louvre Museum. the world's largest art museum, which houses the famous Mona Lisa. And don't forget to drive around the Arc de Triomphe or walk the opulent grounds of the Palace of Versailles. There's just so much to see in this grand city. Loire Valley. From Paris, we're taking a trip to the Loire Valley, often referred to as the chateau capital of the world. Located about a 2-hour drive from Paris, the Loire Valley is home to over 300 French castles. The combination of fertile grounds, strategic location, and the competition among kings and royals led to the construction of so many chateaux here. One of the most famous is Chateau de Chambord, the largest in the valley. It's rumored that Leonardo da Vinci helped design it, and it took over 28 years to build. The perfectly square moat that surrounds the castle is truly a marvel of architecture. Another favorite of mine is Chateau de Chenonceau, built in the early 16th century. What makes this chateau so unique is that it's built over a river with beautiful arches that make it one of the most picturesque buildings in France. French Riviera, Menton, Aisy, and more. Now, we're heading down to the sun-soaked French Riviera, located on the southeast corner of France. This region is famous for its stunning coastline, and one of the most beautiful cities here is Menton. With its colorful buildings and a backdrop of the maritime Alps, Menton is simply breathtaking. We spent several days here, enjoying the beautiful boardwalk and the panoramic views from the lighthouse pier. Just a short drive from Menton is the medieval town of Aise, perched high above the French Riviera. Founded during the Middle Ages, Aise is known for its well-preserved medieval vibe and incredible views. Walking through the village felt like stepping back in time, with its winding stairs and cobblestone paths. One of the main attractions here is the exotic garden at the top of the village, offering one of the best views of the French Riviera, Saint-Tropez. Next, we're visiting Saint-Tropez, one of my favorite towns on the French Riviera. Located about an hour-and-a-half drive from Nice, Saint-Tropez grew from a fishing village to a world-renowned destination for its beaches, nightlife, and yachts. I loved wandering through its charming streets and exploring the coastal paths, Cassis and Calanques. Our journey continues to Cassis, a seaside town with classic French charm. Overlooked by Cap Canaille, home to the highest sea cliffs in France, Cassis is a paradise for nature lovers. One of the main reasons I wanted to visit Cassis was to explore the Calanques, incredible sea coves with crystal-clear waters. We rented a boat and explored these breathtaking coves, surrounded by towering cliffs. The next day, we hiked to the Calanques d'Envaux, where we swam in the unbelievably clear waters and even did some cliff jumping. Definitely a highlight of the trip. Verdun Gorge. While we're still in southern France, we're going to visit the Verdun Gorge, one of the most impressive canyons in the country. The view from the Pont du Galeta is absolutely stunning, with dramatic cliffs contrasting against the strikingly blue water. You can rent a boat or paddleboard to explore the gorge or drive along the top for even more breathtaking views. Carcassonne. Next, we're heading to the medieval fortress of Carcassonne in southern France. Carcassonne is the epitome of medieval Europe, with its 53 towers and 2 outer walls. This fortified city has a rich history, dating back to the Roman era, and remains one of Europe's most impressive medieval gems. Pyrenees. Our journey continues to the Pyrenees Mountains, a natural border between France and Spain. One of the most stunning spots here is the Cirque de Gavarnie, a dramatic glacial bowl with cascading waterfalls. The Pyrenees offer some incredible hikes and breathtaking views that you won't want to miss. Brittany. Now we're traveling to Brittany, located on the northwestern tip of France. Brittany is known for its rugged coastline, countless lighthouses, and fascinating megalithic monuments that date back over 7,000 years. One of the highlights of the region is the charming coastal town of Le Conquet, with its picturesque harbor and the nearby Pointe de Saint-Mathieu, where you can visit an abandoned abbey and lighthouse. Mont Saint-Michel. Last but certainly not least, we're heading to Mont Saint-Michel. Located about a 4-hour drive from Paris, this island commune is one of the most iconic destinations in all of France. The abbey was first built here in the 8th century, and over time, a whole town was constructed beneath it, surrounded by fortified walls. Today, Mont Saint-Michel is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of France's most visited landmarks. That wraps up our incredible journey through France. I hope you enjoyed exploring some of the country's most beautiful destinations with me. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel content. And let me know in the comments which French destination you'd like to visit the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.